welcome to the Financial Room. Thank you for joining me once again. It has been a minute. I'd like to take this moment and welcome each and every one of you, whether you're a new or returning subscriber. Thank you very much for your support and your love. In the book of Matthew 25 verse 29, the New Living Translation, it reads, "To those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who do nothing, what little they have will be taken away." In the Bible, you will find incredible wisdom on how you can grow your money through investments while keeping your relationship with God in good standing. Please remember that none of what I share here constitutes as financial advice. If you're seeking financial advice, please do speak to a financial advisor and they will advise you, and make sure that they are registered with the FSCA. Without further ado, let us dive right into it. I am giving you the 12 principles that you can use to grow your money that are in the Bible. The first principle, first be faithful with the little that you have. Luke 16 verse 10 to 11 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." Basically, be trustworthy with what you have at hand and deal with it diligently. You will never ever become wealthy if you spend more than what you earn. So I'd advise you to handle faithfully the money that the Lord has given you so that He can trust you with even more. Moving on to the second principle, which is the seed principle. And the parable for that is found in the book of Matthew 4, verse 3 to 9. It is the parable of the sower that talks about the importance of sowing seed in good ground. This is simply what investing is: sowing your seed in fertile soil. Seed has to be sown if you want it to multiply. It is good to have 5 apples, but how about you eat that apple, save some of the seed, and use it to plant an apple tree, and you will have a whole lot of apples for the coming seasons of your life. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6 to 8, "Whoever sows sparingly will reap sparingly. Whoever sows generously will reap generously. Unless you put your money to work, it will not grow." The storing money under the mattress, keeping it in a savings account where it really is stagnant and nothing much is happening, is ineffective to build wealth. It is an ineffective strategy for you in building wealth. Seed must be sown in good ground, fertile soil. So when you invest, do so wisely. That is how you determine whether the soil is fertile or not. Then you will produce more seed that can result into greater harvest in the future. Once you have sown into your ground, ensure that you tender it well. You take care of it. So every now and then, go and check in on your investments and see how they are doing. Keep track of your investments. That is how you tend to it. When you listen to the news, when you keep up with the happenings in the company that you invested in, that is how you tend your seed. Do not, I repeat, do not consume your seed. Ailiwa imbeu. If you eat your seed, how are you expecting to have more? So this simply implies that you need to set aside money for you to save, for you to sow. Which also brings me back to the point of living below your means. You don't have to use or consume all of your money and be one person who will be living from paycheck to paycheck. That is not a wise way to live life. You need to save for rainy days. So preserving your seed is a very wise move for someone who wants to be wealthy and grow wealth. Because when you do, you will have nothing left and you will have nothing to invest. When you do eat your seed, you will be forced into making desperate decisions financially. It puts you in a very difficult place, in a very difficult position. You don't want to be that person, so remember, do not eat your seed. The third principle, only invest in what you understand. If you cannot explain it to a 5-year-old or a 5th grader, you don't understand it. If you cannot put it in the simplest words, you don't understand. So please do make sure that you invest in things that you do understand. The book of Proverbs 24 verse 3 reads as follows. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. If you cannot explain it, like I said, in the simplest form to somebody else, then you surely do not understand it, and you still need to hold on, not invest yet, and research some more. It is very easy to be drawn into complicated investments that we don't understand just because we heard or we've been told that we will have a very great yield. Have that one-on-one exchange between you and the investment opportunity presented to you. Don't just hear it from a third party. Put it upon your shoulders to take on the responsibility of learning more about it, of researching and learning and truly understanding what you are getting yourself into. Because here's the thing with complicated investments. They sound really shiny and they draw you in the beginning. On the surface, it looks very good, but you end up with the potential of losing a lot of money, because there is risk everywhere with any type of investment. Even saving itself has its own risk. So determine your risk appetite, read up, research, ensure that you do understand before you put your money in it. The fourth principle, saving and investing honors God and others. Saving and investing is good stewardship of what God has provided to you. God is limitless, and He is all about creativity and multiplication. He gave us these attributes as well when He created us in His likeness or in His image. He gave us the attributes of creativity and multiplication. So when you are responsible with your money by saving and investing, you are honoring God by doing what He created you to do. How does your saving and your investing honor other people? Multiplying your money allows you to be independent. Therefore, your wealth belongs to you. Now that it is multiplied, you have the chance or the opportunity to be able to fund the kingdom of God. You can be able to bring in your tithe into the house of the Lord, and your children will also be able to benefit from your good stewardship, which was saving and investing your money, and you'll be able to leave your wealth for your children, which your children will leave it to their children's children. Therefore, you create a generational blessing. The fifth principle, always have a plan for your investments. The book of Habakkuk, I'm pretty sure most of y'all know where I'm going with this. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 to 3 reads as follows. Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time, its harvest to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. This means that do your monthly budget and follow it. This particular verse was highlighting the importance of budgeting, of planning on your finances. Furthermore, plan on your investments. Make consistent contributions to your investment accounts. Know how much you need to save for retirement or to save for a project that you are planning on working on, keep it in your head. It should be in your mind. I should be able to wake you up at night and ask you how your savings plans are going, and you should be able to tell me. I should be able to wake you up in the middle of the night and ask you, are you happy with your current investments, or how many investments do you have? And you should really be able to tell me, even in the middle of your sleep, how many investment plans you are involved in. Be also capable of deciding which investment opportunities are appropriate for you, how much you need to save each month for you to reach your goals. It will require your time and your research. You can do it yourself or use a financial advisor who is already qualified to do so. It'll save you time and it'll save you from unnecessary mistakes and unnecessary risk, because this person is qualified and will be able to deal with it for you in the best way possible. Each time you want to make major changes into your investments, you'll be able to refer back to the plan that you had for your investments and ensure that it aligns with the plans that you had for yourself from the beginning. So you will not just be diving into any investment relationship that presents itself to you. You will always be able to consult with your plan and deal with it wisely according to how you had planned. You will not be swayed to and fro by whatever opportunity presents itself to you. All right. The sixth one, diligent investing makes you rich. Diligence is being careful and being persistent with work or effort. I will give you a few verses that you can read and in your spare time, and they are as follows: Proverbs 21 verse 5, Proverbs 12 verse 11, Proverbs 10 verse 4, and Proverbs 12 verse 27. King Solomon writes that a diligent person is considered to be wise and righteous. So the lack of diligence means the lack of wisdom and the lack of righteousness. In your investments, be consistent, be persistent, put in the work, put in the effort, and apply biblical investment principles. It will pay you off in the long run. And what I love most about what I have shared with all of you today is that the Bible is free and available for us to access this kind of information. Well, not in all parts of the world, but for those who do have that opportunity. Imagine getting financial advice from the maker of the universe, because he spoke through the people who wrote, the great men and women who wrote the Bible. So imagine now you are getting advice, financial advice that is, from your creator himself. What a privilege. And it is absolutely free. All you have to do is to be diligent and apply the principles and put in the work. That is all I have for you today. I just went over 6 principles. I will continue with the other 6 on the other episode. I am so glad that you stayed with me throughout this video. I have really missed you guys, and I'm so glad to be back. Please do subscribe, share this video with your friends and your family, and whoever you think will find this beneficial, who you think will find this information beneficial. I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Apply yourself in all that you do in your life, in all your life choices, and make smart money choices. You always have a choice, so make smart ones. I love you. Take care. God bless you.